So today we are going to be taking a trip back to the world of stimulus, but even more specifically to talk about the world of Social Security. If you are someone that's currently on some kind of Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or anything in that particular world, this is going to be the video for you. If you know someone, definitely send this video to them. If you are not on Social Security, I do still think there could be some insight to it because it does still talk about certain stimulus programs and things that are happening in our country, and at the end of the day, all of the stuff in our economy is very, very well connected. And the big idea, really, even more specifically, is that with the end of the year coming very, very soon, there are going to be several changes that are going to be happening to Social Security. The great news is that for the majority of people, I think these changes are going to be great and positive because it's going to involve more money coming into our pockets, with an average of about $1,800 to $1,900 in terms of, for most people, as an individual stimulus check slash Social Security benefit amount of money received. But of course, with all of these changes, we're going to be talking about in today's video. So with that being said, let's get right to it. But real fast, same drill as always. If you guys enjoy videos like this, remember to smash the like button if you guys hopefully do, or you can watch to the end or leave a comment and suggestions about any improvements or things you want to see, or really anything at all. And as always, feel free to comment and subscribe and hit the bell for similar videos like this. So with that being said, let's get this video started. So the first change that's really going to be happening is that if you are someone that's collecting Social Security, or you're potentially going to be getting on Social Security, is that they're going to potentially now be giving you guys even more money in order to account for the inflation, or as most of you guys know, COLA, cost of living adjustment. Essentially, every single person here is going to see an increase to the amount of money they're currently receiving, and specifically by about 8.7%. So that's going to be the cost of living adjustment that's going to be happening. It's going to start specifically in the beginning of January of 2023, so coming up very soon. Although there are some people that might even potentially be receiving it even sooner, by the end of just the very last 1 to 2 days of December. Maybe a little bit more on that in a little bit about what's going on there. But the big idea is that you're going to be seeing even more money, and that the average amount of increase specifically in terms of dollars is going to be around $146. So for some people, they might not be getting $146 extra per month, but for other people, they might be getting well over $140, maybe even $200 something, $200 to $300 extra per month. So that is a lot of money. I know $200 obviously goes, fast, and it's a little bit subjective, but it definitely could help out with several bills, at least certainly for the majority of people, if you are currently on Social Security. So the first one is really about the COLA adjustment that's going to be coming, which means that you guys are going to be able to receive even more money, which I think is pretty cool and awesome for most people. Now, the next one is something that maybe will be a little bit of a lesser good news for richer people. But however, if you are not on the richer bracket, and by specifically we're talking about people that are making into the six figures, then this is probably something that is actually a good thing for you. So it's good for people that are making under six figures. It is less good for people making over six figures. And what it really is that they're going to be increasing the wage cap, but specifically the amount of money that you can make and have to pay Social Security taxes. The big idea is that we live in a country, as most of you guys know, where the more amount of money you make, or the more money you make, the more money they take from you, right? So, if you're someone that's only making $10,000, you don't really have to pay any taxes, because of the way it works. But if you're someone that's making six figures, you're going to be paying, let's say, probably about 30% in taxes, at least about average here in New York City. Potentially more depending on where you are, and potentially less, if you're from like the suburbs or anything like that. But the big idea is that the more money you make, the more they're going to take. However, there is a certain wage cap that I believe is right around $147,000, where once you make above that money, there really isn't there. It caps the amount of money that they can take for you in terms of Social Security taxes. Well, entering into the next year now in 2023, what's going to be happening is that they're going to be raising that wage cap to about $160,000 more. Long story short, what this really means is that if you are someone that's currently on the higher income tax bracket, it means that you're going to have to pay more taxes now. It means that you're going to lose more money to Social Security. Now, why this might be a good news for some people is that it's really intended to try to help to keep Social Security on longer and to be able to help to accommodate all of these increase in payments. So if you are someone that's actually on the lower income bracket, then this is actually a good thing, because it means that while it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get more money through this specific change, what it does mean is that they're going to have more money to work with, which I guess in a way it does actually mean you guys are going to be getting more money, but in that particular sense, because they're also going to be able to get richer as well, and also means that Social Security can run on for a longer program going forward. Now, the next benefit is interestingly really about the adjusted reduction limits. So what this really is that this is long story short is it's a little bit of the reverse or an add-on to the one that we just mentioned, where if you are someone that's on the lower income bracket, they're going to help out and give you guys even more money. That's really the biggest idea, and also save you guys in terms of the amount of Social Security tax that you have to pay. The big idea really what this means is that essentially when you make a certain amount of money, you have to pay Social Security taxes, obviously, right? So it might incentivize some people to work a little bit less, right? Because it makes sense, right? Like if I know I'm going to be paying more in Social Security taxes, I might as well work less. But there are a lot of people that are on Social Security that might also want to use that to supplement their income and continue working as well. So what this allows to do is that if you are on one of the lower income brackets, it allows you to be able to work more hours and make more money and still be able to collect Social Security. Long story short, what this means is that it means that it opens up the door so that for people on the lower income bracket, more people can physically get onto Social Security, that it'll be easier to get onto Social Security, and that the people in the lower income bracket can get more help as well. Which I think this is the part that's probably good news for a lot of people that are out there. And then the last change that's really going to be happening when it comes to the world of Social Security is that they're going to be increasing the maximum amount of money that you can receive. So this is really, really great news, because it means that not only are you going to be able to receive more money because of the COLA adjustments, but what it also means is that the maximum amount of money I believe that they're going to be raising it to now is going to be raised from $3,300, which is what it is right now, because again, $1,800 is the average, and they're going to increase the maximum to $3,600. So it means that there might be some people that if you qualify for the maximum amount of benefits, you will potentially be able to receive almost $4,000, specifically $3,600, but almost $4,000 every single month coming into your bank account. And that's basically the cost of rent in New York City for a typical 2-bedroom apartment. So that is a lot of money that can hopefully help out. And I think that's the really, really good news about it, because the big bottom line is that the goal, and I guess maybe we can end this by talking about the significance of what this means for Social Security in general, is that the biggest goal right now is that Social Security is really running low on money. And with everything that's getting really, really expensive, the biggest goal that they're really trying to solve right now is that they want to create programs for people. They want to keep Social Security running, but they also want to be able to make more money to be able to do it. So all of these policies, what they're really intended to do collectively is that they're going to be trying to increase the amount of money they can collect from the rich, for example, through the changes of like the wage cap, everything like that. But they're going to be able to redistribute this money to basically the people that genuinely need it. Feel free to share any particular comments about this, whether you do support or maybe you don't support, or maybe you partially support. You support some ideas and less ideas not so much. But everything has to come in balance at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, the money has to come from somewhere. And the significance of it is by doing all of these programs, the goal is to try to provide more money for the people, but also to provide more money for Social Security themselves, so that they can now have more money to work with, so that they can now pay off everything that they have to pay off. And more so on top of that is so that it can actually physically exist. Because there are a lot of people that believe that if Social Security doesn't change too soon, they might potentially run out of money. And this is one of the things that they're really trying to help change right now through all of these big changes, the 4 to 5 changes, because some of them kind of correlate with each other, but the couple of changes that we mentioned, that's really the biggest significance to really take away. And of course, all of this stuff can impact the economy in other ways as well. Taxes that we have to pay. If we're, even if we're not on Social Security, chances are we still have to pay things like Social Security taxes in general, or anything like that. And that's what this is going to impact and change. So with that being said, that's pretty much what I really just wanted to cover in today's video. So if you guys found that insightful, maybe remember to smash the like button if you guys haven't done so, or leave a comment, suggestions, improvements, thoughts about honestly anything. Feel free, remember to subscribe and hit the bell for similar videos. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay well, happy holidays, and hope to see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much again.